Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long boys blues, 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long boys blues, 1975.
This is Batman Returns on the SNES. It was released by Konami in 1993 based on the movie of the same name that was released in 1992. Boring random fact, I saw it. It was actually released in the summer. It's got that weird thing like, Die Hard has going on, where it's set at Christmas, but it's released in summer, and then eventually becomes to be known as a Christmas movie. And I can only think they did that because, movies took 6 months from cinema to VHS in those days. So when it came out, it would be Christmas, and it would be a festive movie. And also, this movie bypassed rental in this country. There are two movies that did that in 1992. I'm going a little bit too much information here. This and Lethal Weapon 3. Anyway, I saw it on opening in America, in Boston, and while it was a massive success, it prompted Tim Burton to step down as director and become producer on the next movie, because also it really pissed off McDonald's because the movie was so dark. Sorry, spoilers! Penguin bites the nose at the end of someone's nose off and stuff like that. Batman kills a lot of people. And McDonald's did a promo with toys for it and were apparently quite upset about that. And also Warner Brothers, while it was a massive success, were really disappointed with its performance, and so there you go. And also Michael Keaton wouldn't return for another Batman movie unless Tim Burton was directing. At the time, this has got amazing sort of cinematic introduction and stuff like that and cutscenes. At the time, I preferred it to the original Batman. I love this badass suit. I love the fact that you saw him do a lot more stuff, and kill people. But then time, moved on, and then I realised that the original Batman movie is the best Batman movie ever made. And this, the sequel was probably the second best Batman movie ever made. And before everyone goes, Nolan trilogy, go back and watch it now. It ain't so shit. And Batman The Dark Knight Rises was never the best superhero movie of all time made. Sorry, taste may be subjective, but I'm right. Anyway, so a bunch of these came out, but Konami did the best versions, and obviously in the movie the Penguin comes from the sewers and stuff like that and does this thing to become mayor because Max Schreck has used him, to take over the city and stuff like that, somewhat. And yeah, Batman has to fight them. That's the most watered down version of the story you'll ever hear, but that's the one I'm sticking to. So I had this back in the day, and I actually really quite liked it because it had massive sprites, and it was a left to right side scrolling beat 'em up, very much like Turtles, very much like Final Fights. Look, so game level easy, rest 7. I'm going with that. So attack. So you got attack, jump. Attack and jump is obviously flying kick. Special, which is you change your Y plus speed. So I can't remember what that is, but item, that's where you use select to change your item, and then you have different things you can do with it. The thing is, I'm playing this on my Powkiddy A13, so it's going to take me a while to play around with that. It's got brilliant, sound effects and music. Why am I playing on my Powkiddy? Because it's a Konami beat 'em up game, even though it was never in the arcades, unlike Turtles. I just like the fact that I'm going to use clicky joystick and switchy buttons. It just seems more apt. Anyway, right, let's actually get into it. I hear you say. Right, so scene 1, ambush in Gotham. Is it the Red Circus gang? The visuals in the movie, as you would expect from a Tim Burton movie, are absolutely fantastic. And also, I still to this day am gutted we did not get a Michelle Pfeiffer, as I used to say when I was a kid, Michelle Pfeiffer, a Catwoman movie. It was supposed to be, wasn't it? That's epic. Didn't she actually put the bird in her mouth? There's a scene in it as Catwoman. Yeah, didn't she actually put the bird in her mouth? Right. That's an intro. Sadly, that's an intro. Yeah, so anyway, the Mega Drive, Mega CD, Master System, Game Gear versions, they were done by someone else, and generally they're all pants. Come on. Although Batman Returns, Mega CD, driving sections. Alright, so anyway, massive sprites. Right, that's chucking my Batarang there. Test 2 type 3. I got a block, which is kind of a new one. Punch, jump, flying kick. Yeah, listen to that. Now, I know it's not really Christmas anymore. It's the 27th of December as I, you know, play this. But while I worked last night, I love that, I warrant the rest of you didn't. So you're probably on still your Christmas break. So, you know, let's get some more Christmas games. I say more. Let's get my only bloody Christmas game played through up this year. Although I think I only did one last year. Right, so you got jump, kick, block, select, changes that in the middle to the right of my health. So got batarangs, and then, no, hang on, where is it? I can't remember how I do it now. There we go. Hang on, what do I press? That's your special. It's a bit kind of pointless, and yeah. Also, I really like the bat suit in this one. I mean, I know, I think it was because in the original movie, it was made to look like muscle. I mean, some scenes you can see that, obviously, there were seams down the outside, but the whole point being he was not superhuman or like Arnie size. This is what Tim Burton said. So, he needed armour, which I really like that concept. In the second one, they got rid of the abs and just put like, kind of more like a suit of armour, proper suit of armour, slats, which I really like. The controls are really tight. Because I'm playing this on an A13, the button mapping is a bit, yeah, I just worked out that that's actually a button on its own. Let's try my, oh, there we go. Now, you could argue he's got very few sort of martial art moves, but at the same time, he's probably got a lot more than Tim Burton, Michael Keaton had in any of the movies. Apart from when his stunt double, Dave Lear, doubled for him. But that to be said, you know, I don't care. Michael Keaton's my favourite Batman. I know this is Batman Returns, but Jack Nicholson, awkward pauses, is my favourite Joker. Again, taste may be subjective, but nah, I'm right. Right, if I do it up here, how do you throw them into the wall? You can throw them into the wall, like the background wall. And when there's windows, you can actually break the windows and stuff. Nice touch. Again, it's not as polished, quite as polished as Teenage Mutant Ninja or Hero. In this country, Turtles. Oh, I got a reverse spin kick. But, oh shit, it's not far off. Well, I have to say I'm quite impressed that Batman can take a rocket launcher to the face. And what is right, it's, oh, I can do front ways. I'm basically ramming them with my head. Yeah, never mind, sorry, lost. I do like the fact that the sprites, particularly that clown that I'm pummeling at the moment, very much looks like a Final Fight character. Yay! Clowns are awesome. Yeah, so Batman totally killed a lot of people in this movie. You stop to think about it, you know. I mean, in the first movie he probably did, because look, Axis chemical plant. Did he actually bother to check any of the workers were in there? Because you know they weren't necessarily involved with all the bad guys. There we go. Oh, you can only do it when the windows are around. I like that. I want to break all the windows. You just walk into them, then, do you? Oh, right. And I lost a life. I don't know how many lives you got. Hey, can I use them as human shields? Should be able to. Oh, that's such nice attention to detail for like how Batman fights and stuff. But yeah. So anyway, in this movie, I'll get there in the end. There's that big fat circus strongman. Well, big fat, just circus strongman, who Batman punches in the face, and then he's like, "Oh, he did nothing." And then Batman looks to the floor, as in, "Look down, mate." And he looks down, and he realizes that he stuck that dynamite in the alarm clock. Which obviously is not just an alarm clock, it's set the dynamite off, down the front of his pants. Then knocks him down a stairwell. He obviously dies. Certainly see why McDonald's didn't like it. But then maybe McDonald's should have read the script. Or saw, I don't know, trailer, watched the movie, asked to get early access. Their toys were shit, I do remember that when I was there. They're probably worth a fortune now on eBay. And they were mugs, weren't they, as well? Actually, I think I saw it in Cape Cod, of all places, believe it or not. Oh, the sound effects are nice and chunky as well. You probably can't hear it because I'm in Clicky Town. Yeah, Clicky Town. Population me, right. No, that's pause. There we go. I don't even know how to use my test tube. So we just got those two. So what's my test tube? I'm assuming it's just gas, isn't it? Now also, I keep forgetting to block because it's very unlike most beat 'em ups of this type when you go from left to right, which is, they never include a block. I mean, obviously Turtles didn't, but then having said that, I'm clearly forgetting or, you know, having trouble using it. But probably having trouble using it simply because I've never had one before. That's quite handy, but couldn't you argue it's exactly the same as a flying kick? I want to see if I get in front of the windows, I can throw them in them, because they're proper fatties. And I've only just realised, I mean, I know Final Fight was Capcom, but this is clearly, you know, ripping it off. Well, you could argue, how much are you ripping it off because all side-scrolling beat 'em ups, but I guess when I say that, I mean the enemy's health. There we go. It's all right, knife. If I can actually hit you. Yay! I'm Batman. End the level. Oh, nice. Now, we get to rescue Michelle Pfeiffer at some point, and we get to use the bat gun, and it doesn't matter if you screw it up, but I do remember getting it right a couple of times as a kid, and being blown away by the fact that you could pull a chunk of the wall out behind the bad guy's head like you could in the movie. No, we don't want that. It defaults? Does it default me? Oh, now we've got proper platforming. It doesn't default me to it. It's because on this level, obviously our bat hook, grapple, whatever it is required for something else. Oh, there's two of them. And I completely had a brain fart about what punches. Or was it because sorry. For fuck's sake. There we go. I'm in snow remote? No, I don't know. That's a bit pants. Seeming to relying on hitting him is okay. This is a bit tricky. Is obviously shuriken territory, not punching. Why can't I just punch him? Well, I know he's on stilts, but obviously Batman in this movie will kill people, so I don't see that he's got a problem punching them straight in the queen breeze. Points off for you, Batman. So yeah, this is not just a beat 'em up level. They're mixing it up a bit, I guess. This is chuck some. Or shurikens, batarangs, whatever it is. Bat love, that's what it is. Hit your enemies' faces. One day I'll do a commentary without a massive amount of awkward pauses in. But not today, my friend. He's quite fly for a fat guy. To be honest, these types of games, all they're nice in the arcades with chunky sticks. And the stick on this is fantastic. I kind of actually prefer pads. I think that's probably just because I grew up with pads. I waffled a massive amount of bollocks during this gameplay, but meh, what are you going to do? Shrek's. Well, Christopher Walken, wasn't it? That's right. He was ace in this movie. Especially with his Boris Johnson ahead of its time hair. Right, how do I do this? Like that. I like the fact that an absolute completely random character from the movie is a boss. Mixes it up though. I mean, what else are we going to put as a boss on this level? Oh, fuck off, big clown. Why? Because clowns are scary. I'll have a little look at level 2. Go now, Michelle Pfeiffer. You are free. Wow, the Batman, or is it just Batman? he was awesome in this. I forgot what a great movie this is. It's still kind of crimbo-y, even though I've got to work. So I still have to dig my copy of this out and cram it in. Anyway, you know what happens in the movie. I'm pretty sure you must have seen Batman Returns. Don't call Danny DeVito a mysterious creature. Although I guess you could argue it's kind of odd in that scene from Always Sunny in Philadelphia where essentially a chair gives birth to him. It's got nothing to do with this, I'm just saying you should check it out. It's a great movie. Movie? Series? Oh, we can still smash them into the walls. Well, there you go. Batman Returns on the SNES or Super Nintendo or Super Famicom or whatever moniker floats your boat. It's a very simple beat 'em up. It's just its execution is superb. Not quite up there with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Turtles in Time, but still one of the better looking and what outright better, you know, left to right beaters on the system. Anyway, as always, I'd love to know what you think. Do you think Batman Returns is a Christmas movie? And what do you think of this as a side-scrolling beat-em-up? And is Michael Keaton the best Batman? Don't need to answer that, he is. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.